Hakuna Matata, Disney fans. Hello once again. It's been a whole year since I've seen you guys, and I'm so pumped that you're with me again for another March Disney event. For those of you who are not aware of what I am blabbing about, fellow author and I, Dan Wright, who we now have a YouTube channel together, which is fantastic. So I guess he's my channel mate, I guess is how you would address that. We have a new channel together called Panda Power. And last year before that, when we were both working for the same publishing company, Dan and I are still really tight, by the way. Of course, we have a channel together. We did an event called March Disney Villain Madness, because there's March, Madness with basketball. We're not really sports-minded, so we did Disney instead. And it was a huge success. We had a lot of fun. It was a lot of neck-and-neck intense battles. We learned a lot of cool things about our favorite villains and villainesses. So, yeah, you can go to Dan's YouTube channel currently that has all the videos from last year. We had a lot of penalties, a lot of fun things. So we decided to bring it back again this year, but we got a little villained out. I mean, the dark side's fun and all, but they don't really have cookies. That's a lie. So we decided to take something that's near and dear to my heart. So this year, our Disney theme is, and in case you didn't see our announcement video on Panda Power, I'm going to go ahead and announce it here. So spoiler alert, drum roll. Our event this year is Disney Couples Reshuffled. So what we're doing this year is taking our classic Disney couples, confirmed or mostly confirmed couples from Disney animated films. And most of them are prince or princesses, or they later become prince, princesses, rulers of some sort. That's just kind of how the cookie crumbled. We didn't plan that. But I digress. We took them, split them apart by force, used number generators to randomly make new pairings of couples. And we're going to compete our new couples against each other on who is the best fit for each other in each round. There will be 8 rounds total. We don't have any tag teams or anything like last year. We couldn't narrow down our villains this year. This year is a little bit easier. So we have 8 rounds total to begin with. Same process. You guys will watch my video, and you're going to vote for me. And then you're going to watch Dan's video on his couple. And you guys can vote for 2 days on your favorite, and then that one will move on to the final 4 couples, and then 2, and then 1. And Dan and I will do some recording together for definitely the final 2. We're discussing all of that right now, but we'll give you the schedule. Again, we'll be on our websites, everything in the links below, or you can subscribe to our channel that you're currently on, so time's option, so you can get all the updates. So our first couple today, that is on Team Morgan, and our hashtags are different this year because since we're doing Panda Power for our YouTube handle, we're promoting it, so it's going to be hashtag MPP Morgan if you vote for me. Or if something is wrong with you right now, you just woke up, or you didn't have your Fruit Loops with the sugar or something, then you would do hashtag MPP Dan if you want to vote for his team. So our first matchup for hashtag MPP Morgan. By the way, I'm not a big hashtag fan, so it's going to take me a little while to get used to that, so please, please be patient with me. But our first couple is our lovely lady, is the wonderful Nala from my favorite Disney film, Disney's 1994 classic, The Lion King. And she is paired up with the rugged wilderness explorer. That's actually a historical figure, depicted a tad differently in Disney's G worlds, but he's still awesome. The flowing locks John Smith from the 1995 film Pocahontas. So, yay, we have Disney Renaissance nostalgia, my generation. I'm really excited for this pairing. So we have Nala and John Smith. As a big warning, I am not into bestiality by any means. So we are taking Nala as a person and pairing her with John Smith. So all of her same traits, personalities, and history, but pairing them with John Smith. Because again, don't believe in that kind of stuff. Just wrong. But kind of think of it like maybe Nala from the Broadway show, a lovely lady dressed up like a lioness, and she has this amazing background story. So, just as a word of warning. Okay. All right. So here are my reasons, little tidbits, on why Nala and John Smith are the best match one couple for our second annual Disney event, Disney Couple Reshuffle. Here we go. Nala's name in her native language means gift, and every man, wants an amazing gift. It won't be better than a wonderful, lovely lady like Nala. Nala is very spunky. She's mischievous, but she has a very good heart, and she has a good head on her shoulders. So, again, she can be playful and fun, and we need more, strong, independent women. She's definitely very independent, but she's very regal in her own right, and she can take care of herself. I think a lot of men respect that nowadays. Nala is a huntress. Her body is very powerful, and her claws are as sharp as her wit. She is loyal to her land and will protect it at all cost, never giving up that Simba is king or alive. And I think that's great. She knew in her gut to follow it, when nobody else had hope anymore, and that speaks a lot. And that also goes with John Smith's character, which I'll be talking about in a little while. But her body is very tough, and she's got sharp claws, so her and John Smith can be one of those outdoorsy, naturey, hiking couples that my husband and I definitely are not. We're very pale nerds. It's okay. She's not afraid to travel, leaving her home to find food for her pride. So again, there's the explorer aspect with John Smith. She has at least 2 children, Kiara and Keon. The little boy is from the Lion Guard, which all my kindergartners are madly in love with. Kiara is from Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. I believe, and if I'm incorrect, please don't slam me, I apologize. I think it's the comics or the novels of the Lion King series. I don't quite recollect. But they have another boy in that one, and I believe it's pronounced Copa. I could be wrong, Copa. But he takes Keon's place. So regardless, Nala has 2 children in whichever Disney media you want to follow. So that means she is able to have children. And I know how rugged Englishmen are. So even though John Smith wants to explore, he wants to, have that proud family blood. And well, I'll have to give that to him. I really don't know how to word that appropriately. She's healthy for bearing children. There we go. Okay, that's the G version. We talk about how she's independent. She can separate herself from the group. John Smith is also like that. She's not afraid to speak her mind. Nala knows different types of animals and how to track them, and she loves nature. Oh, obviously she is an animal herself, even though we're pretending she is a girl in this case. So that knowledge of animals and exploring would be very helpful with her travels with John Smith if they were together. So that's some really cool things about Nala, a few connections with John Smith. I have some facts about John Smith as well, and we'll kind of see some more connections. John Smith's name means gracious favor has been shown for John, and Smith, of course, is a name that they had back in England for your profession, and it means worker of metal. So gracious favor has been shown, worker of metal. Okay, so I like gracious being on me. I like metal. That works. I'd be for that. John Smith is full of adventurous spirit, always looking for the next best thrill and danger, and always on the move in both films. Nala, again, traveling for the Pride Land and leaving it, but she did really well with the situation, and I think she'd be great with John Smith, always having to go with the flow. He is strongly built from his travels and is an excellent shooter. Nala's a good huntress, good shooter. They'd be fine with food out in the wilderness for a long time. Again, strongly built. Nala's also a strong body. So they'd be one of those, again, fitness, naturey, outdoorsy couples. It totally works. He's also mischievous and snarky, but still a gentleman. Reminds me again of Nala. She's mischievous, kind of sarcastic, like Pinji Gien. But she's regal when she has to be, so a good combination. John Smith is open-minded to change and is the only one to voice the insane, immediate struggle to find gold instead of surveying the new world. He is smart in this way. He did want to find gold. He did want to help his king, but he was more like, we should survey the land, we should get camp set up. Everybody else was like, no, gold, they're being greedy humans, which, that's what we are. And then Nala also was open-minded about Simba being alive. So those two, they're not afraid to be different. They accept what their gut is telling them, what they need to do first, although they still have fun doing it. So that's a really good trait to have. They'd be really good, loyal friends And I think they'd be great for each other that way. John Smith is willing to betray his people and even leave his one true love to do the right thing. That's a very deep, noble thing to do. Pocahontas was one of the few where the couple had a very sad ending. And of course, okay, spoiler alert, sorry if you haven't seen Pocahontas 2 or read a history book. She ends up with John Rolfe, who she meets when she goes over to England. The Disney and historic version are a little different with how that happened, but she still ends up with John Rolfe instead of John Smith. So, but the fact that they didn't have a happy ending because he did the right thing speaks volumes for him, and I think Nala would really respect that. She's very noble in nature. He sets himself apart from the other men in his group right away. Again, they put their pickaxes down, they just start digging, and he's just like, I'm gonna go exploring. He's by himself, and he's like walking on trees, probably about to die several times. That's just how he rolls. He probably rolled on rocks too. I don't know. It's just how he is. Again, the good nature couple aspect. He's a true friend to Tom and acts like an older brother to him. Brotherly affection is a good thing. Simba and Nala grew up as playmates, potentially cousins if you believe in the Disney theories, but definitely playmates. Their moms were good friends. So Nala knows about childhood friends or just being close to somebody in kinship. So I think she would respect that. I'm sure they would all have a lot of fun together at like group dates or get-togethers or something. Again, John Smith is a proud hunter, and he loves nature and things unexplored. Nala is also the same in that. So Nala and John Smith would be our outdoorsy, naturey, fearless couple. And I was surprised in my research just how similar they are. Their movies are only a year apart, so maybe Disney had a theme going. But I think John Smith and Nala would be a fantastic couple. And that's why they should definitely win match number 1. And for every couple, I have a tagline for them, using maybe parts from their movies, respected love songs, and kind of fusing them together. So the tagline I have for match number 1's #MPP Morgan's pairing is, this couple can feel the colors of the wind tonight. So if you get the combination of songs, then you are an A+ Disney rock star. Okay, guys, please make sure you click the link below or go to our websites or social media so you can vote for John Smith and Nala for the best match 1 couple. And we will bring down the tyranny that is the panda, Dan Wright. And there is a penalty this year. Dan and I haven't discussed what it is yet, so it's going to be a surprise for everybody. So, I mean, that'll be pretty fun. Last year, we had to do read lines from our books as different characters. Not Disney, because we were a little Disney frazzled after a month of nonstop Disney. But that's something to look forward to. We've done penalties for other things before. So, we'll have to see. Okay, guys, make sure you stay tuned to March's Disney Couples Reshuffled for our 2nd annual March Disney event with Dan Wright and Morgan Stronkonik. Again, vote for me. Nala and John Smith are very strong, very nature-esque couple, I mean. They can feel the love tonight with the colors of the wind. Alright, thanks guys. Love ya. Bye. See you next round.